Welcome everyone. It is cold outside. It's the middle of February. Last year at this time we were preparing to go to Disney World. Not this year. Caleb might be going this summer. Lucky.
Yep.
But for me, it'll probably be another year or so. And that makes me sad. But we have been there enough times now where I think I have composed a list of how to save money at Disney World. And I'm going to share it with all of you for free. So, number one, stay on property. Some of you may argue with this. If you have larger families, people rent houses, you can get a lot cheaper hotels off property, I understand. But staying on property means you don't have to get a rental car. You don't have to pay for parking. You get the Magical Express to and from the airport. It's very convenient. So all those fees are gone. So even though you're paying more to stay in a value resort, which I assume you'll want to stay in if we're trying to save money, it's still, I think in the long run, better option than staying off property. Unless you have a large family or you get a great deal somewhere off property. I get it. But staying on property, I believe, will save you a lot of money, at least in the transportation alone. Any thoughts?
Nope.
Now when you go, you'll be staying off property, so you're going to have to give us a rundown on how that works.
On my channel.
Yeah. Number two, don't get the Park Hopper Pass. The Park Hopper means you can go to multiple parks in the same day. Whereas if...
Like, you can go to Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios in, like, the same day.
Now, this does have some value to it, and we will get to that in another video. But in order to save money, unless you really think you need it, like you're only going to be at Disney for 3 days and you want to do all 4 parks, don't get the Park Hopper Pass. The problem is, if you get the Park Hopper, you can't just do it for 1 day. You got to do it every day. Like, that's what they charge you. And it could be, it's around, depending on the time of year, $75 a person. So if you have a family of 4, that's another $300 you're spending on park tickets just to park hop.
Every day. Like...
No, just in total. So if it was just me and you, I'd be paying an extra $150 for something that we don't really need to do. So don't get the Park Hopper.
Basically just go for 4 days.
Yeah, go to each park 1 day.
Or if you...
There are reasons to get it, though. We'll go over it another time. Number 3, and this is always the hot debate of videos I watch and just question and answers. People ask all the time, is it worth it to get the Disney dining plan? You know what that is? You pay like a fee.
Yeah.
And then you get a certain amount of credits good toward meals. Well, Caleb is now 10 years old. And at 10 years old, he is now an adult in terms of Disney.
I'm an adult?
You are an adult. So a quick service dining plan is $55 per person per day. Which means between just you and me, that's $110 per day on food.
Wait, when I was 9, was I an
When
adult?
you're below 10, I think it's around 30 or so. 25 to 30. But 10 and up, $55, and it keeps going up every year. You get 2 meals, quick service meals, and 2 snacks. Now, at $55 a person, if you do the calculations, the absolute best you're going to do is break even. And that's if you just do everything perfect. Because a quick service meal is like $12 or $13. If you add on a drink, it's another $3 or $4. An alcoholic beverage, which you can get with the meal plan, $7 or $8 more. So at the most, $22 times 2, that's $44. You get 2 snacks at about $6 each. That's $12. So that's about $56. I mean, that is break even, and that's if you buy everything, the most expensive stuff there. So Caleb does not eat, even at Disney prices, will not eat $55 worth of food. I won't eat $55 worth of food. We can get a lot better value under $110 by not doing the dining plan.
For like $55 for like one chicken nugget.
I know. So a lot of times you can share meals. I mean, we bring granola bars and stuff to snack on. We do not need to spend the dining plan. A lot of people swear by it, and it is convenient. You could prepay, but
I should probably tell my mom that.
But another thing is, if you get the dining plan, you have to get it for everyone in your party. You can't just get it for Grandma or Uncle Johnny. Everyone has to get it for every day.
Uncle Johnny.
If you have an Uncle Johnny.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't have one. Anyway, save money. Don't get that. Number 4, and this one will save you a fortune. I wish we had it the first year we went, but we've had it the last 2. Get a filtered water bottle.
Oh my God, yes.
Now, I thought I had one here as an example. Have you seen that water bottle?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Mark Twain.
Mark Twain's got it. Thanks, Mark. This is a Brita. It's got a filter in it. You have to get filtered because the Florida water is absolutely horrific, and you'll drink sulfur if you don't get a filtered water bottle.
Wait, is it good or bad?
It's disgusting. But with this, you can fill it up at the hotel. Every quick service place, you can fill it up. If you ask somebody for a cup of water, just dump it in here.
I used
Free.
that for camp as well. Summer
free.
camp.
I think you can get these for like
Wait,
5
there's
or
water in there.
There is a little water in there. I got to dump that out. There, you can get these for like $5 or $6 a piece, and instead of paying whatever it is, $4 a bottle of water, or getting a free cup and drinking the terrible Florida water, get one of these. I mean, I drank $100 worth of water in no time, especially in the Florida heat. This is a must. Number 5.
5, yeah.
Bring a backpack into the park. I would even suggest a backpack for every person, unless they're a little tiny kid. That way you can bring in snacks. You can bring in...
You're kind of like more prepared.
Ponchos. You can bring in sunscreen, medicine, anything you need for the day.
Where's your backpack?
I don't know. Mark Twain?
Well, no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't have it. But...
Would you consider my backpack?
Yeah, you can stick your water bottles in it, an extra maybe change of clothes if you think you're going to get wet. Bring a backpack. They will let you bring anything in as long as it's not a weapon, it's not glass. Bring a snack lunch if you have bread and chips. Just be prepared. They're going to go through it all at the check at the gate. But
yeah,
every year we've gone, I've had a backpack. It's worked out great.
It's kind of like... See, I like backpacks and not bags because, you got something. You don't really have to, carry it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's great about Disney and I think most of Universal, if you go, you can bring that backpack on every ride. They usually have a little, storage area or you stick it under your seat. They don't care. As long as it'll fit in there, bring a backpack.
Wait, I actually want to see if it's
I don't know. I don't know where my backpack is.
It's gone. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I found it. It's right here.
Here's my backpack.
Yeah.
Go Cardinals. Number 6. Buy stuff ahead of time. Disney shirts. Got this at Kohl's. We actually got this at the park, so ignore that.
Oh.
The glow bracelets you can get at the Dollar Tree. The light up stuff. Disney plushes. Anything. Buy ahead of time. You can trick your kids into giving them something that they think you bought at the park, but you really bought it ahead of time.
Have you done that to me?
Never.
Is that where
but you'll save a fortune.
You have.
There's no need to buy something like this in the park when you can get it for a fraction of the price. I think this was like $6-7. This would probably be $20 at Magic Kingdom.
What is this like?
That was expensive. That was like a $30 shirt.
This was $30.
It was like $30 at Hollywood Studios. So
I'm like, how? It's literally just a Darth Vader.
I know. So it's ridiculous. So buy all that kind of stuff ahead of time, especially those glow bracelets for the fireworks and for nighttime events.
It's pretty cool.
Because they will charge you a fortune for that. Number 7, resist souvenirs. If you go into the shops, they have amazing things. Set yourself $10 to $20 at most. Buy some trinkets. You don't need a bunch of stuff you're going to throw in a box and never look at again. Any thoughts on that? Because Caleb would buy everything in there, and I would too. They have amazing things.
Wait, what?
Like the gift shops.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just a lot of that stuff you can get online or at Walmart.
Yeah, a lot of stuff there. I kind of
only buy stuff specific to the park.
Like, I wanted stuff, but I wanted something. I was gonna ask my dad, but then I remembered I saw something like that was way cheaper at I don't know, Target or something.
Yeah. So we only spend a few things. The best souvenirs are actually your magic bands, your park maps, the stuff you just acquire through the vacation. Those are my favorite souvenirs anyway, and the pictures. Number 8. We've never done this, but a lot of people do. They get groceries shipped to their hotel. If you have Amazon Prime, which a lot of people do, you can go and buy whatever, bread, peanut butter, meats, and they will deliver it to your hotel, and you can pick it up. So that's a good way to save money on food. Just know that the value resorts, they have a real tiny refrigerator and no microwave. So sandwiches and stuff that doesn't need to be cool would be the best bet. Or bottles of water or soda if you like that.
I like soda.
You can put them in, rotate them out. Number 9, another thing we've never done, and I don't think it's needed at all, PhotoPass. You know those photographers they have all around the parks? They'll take your picture, you scan your Magic Band, and they show up on your app. It's like $200 for that. To actually, when you spend the $200, you get all those pictures for free, downloaded. You still have to buy the pictures, like at Walgreens or Walmart, wherever you print them out. But $200. Yeah, you get some on-ride photos and you get some cool special effects that sometimes they do. But
I thought we'd done that before.
But those PhotoPass people will usually take your picture for you with your camera, or you can get a stranger to take your picture. And if you do want to get that money shot with your family in front of the castle with PhotoPass, fine. You can still buy that separately for like $10.
I have a question. So basically, let's say you went on the walk from, what's it called again? Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. And
let's say, there's that thing, there's like a wall with all of those pictures of you.
So
and then you put your wristband, you scan it.
Disney doesn't care if you take a picture of the picture, which we've done every time. Whereas some places like Six Flags or Silver City will have a stroke. If you try to take a picture of the monitor of the ride photo, Disney doesn't care. And if you're just going to put the photo in a photo album anyway, what's the difference? Because if you take a photo of a photo. So I don't think PhotoPass is worth it for the price.
They're like, no, you have
unless
to
you're planning
money.
on I just don't see how you would get your money's worth out of it. But that's just me. Other people will disagree. Number 10, if you want to do some sit-down meals, which we usually do 1 or 2 a trip, try to go breakfast or lunch, because
do not do
the sit-down meals are extremely expensive, like ridiculous, especially character meals. I mean, you will pay $60, $70 for a character buffet that's no different than a hometown buffet. Just remember, we went to the Garden Grill, and that was pretty expensive. And that was like $70 for the both of us for breakfast. I mean, it would have been over $100 for dinner. So we went to see characters. We had a great meal.
Yeah, it was really good. It was kind of like an all-you-eat just at our table.
Yeah. So we usually splurge for at least one of those.
How much bacon do
we
have?
If you try to avoid dinner, because that will be the most expensive meal of the day. Yep.
So when we went on Avatar and we ate that delicious food.
It's a Thule Canteen.
Yeah.
Link below.
How do you remember?
I remember the name.
How do you remember?
Mm-hmm. That was actually a quick service meal. That was not a sit down. Yeah, and that was a great meal.
I mean, the line was kind of long.
Yeah.
But
not if you mobile order. Stay tuned for another video.
So we got it at lunch, right?
Yeah, I think, or was it dinner? Quick service doesn't matter because the prices never change. But I'm talking about the sit down where you have a server. They bring you stuff. And then my last tip that I just added, bring either gift cards, fill up a gift card, or bring some cash with you, not a lot in case something happens, and use that instead of your Magic Band or credit cards, because Disney, of course, with their Magic Bands, it's so easy to see that ice cream or popcorn and just go boop, boop, because it's tied, the money is tied to your wristband, boop, 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 and then when you get a bill at the end, it's $1,000. So if you have gift cards and cash, you can kind of regulate that better.
No wonder
and you won't be spending a fortune, because
no wonder you say no to me.
it's so easy when you're just boop, 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 boop.
No wonder you say no to me when I ask.
Yeah,
I'm like, Dad, can I have popcorn?
So, yeah, you put it in a gift card form. That way you can kind of control where, and then you're not going to get this huge bill at the end. You've already spent the money. But that is our ways to save money at Walt Disney World in Orlando. Any other thoughts?
I feel like we're gonna get stuff when they go to Facebook to comment.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna
since you can't comment on this anymore, put a link on Facebook, facebook.com, Ides of March Adventures. You can comment on the video there. But until then,
I kind of feel like they're gonna call us cheapskates.
hey, Disney is expensive, man. We've got to, in order to go, we got to do these tips.
I feel like just gonna be
You
like,
know,
no,
most
you
people
just spend money.
most people cannot afford to just go all out at Disney World. So I don't think we're cheapskates. I think we're smart.
Some big
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah. May the adventure continue.
Like, subscribe, and blah blah blah. Make sure to go to Disney World.